Welcome, Pathfinders, to Let's Play Pathfinder Society Season 0. I'm Rick. I'll be acting as the Game Master for this project. I'm going to let my players introduce themselves and their characters in the upcoming section.
Alright, my name is Jordan, and I'm playing Leif Ulrichson, a chaotic neutral male human blood rager. And Leif comes from the Ulfin line, is of the draconic bloodline for his blood rager powers, giving him the claws, as well as when he blood rages, his eyes actually turn into cat slits, much more like a dragon's. And he was pretty much raised from birth to be a warrior. His draconic bloodline made him seem like he was a paragon of combat prowess and strength, and so he was raised to be a raider, and trained in martial combat from birth. He loves combat, loves the thrill of battle, the danger, and overcoming the obstacles of combat. And one day his raiding party was attacked by pirates, and he took a serious injury that cost him his eye. And when he was thrown off the ship, he stumbled onto shore, was stumbling around before he took an arrow in the knee, shot by Brynn, played by Jessica. And she nursed him back to health after she realized he wasn't, a monster entirely. And they became infatuated with one another, attempting to get married, being from different tribes and clans. They were both seen as kind of a Romeo and Juliet situation. So having them, basically they eloped, gave up both of their parentage, left their homeland, and moved to Absalom, joining the Pathfinder Society really as kind of a opportunity to get more action without being a mercenary, kind of killing for a cause.
Hi, I'm Jessica, and I play Brynn, who is a female human fighter of the Viking archetype. Brynn was raised in a traditional family in the land of the Lindorm Kings. Her father was a cleric of Erastil. She wanted to avoid becoming a housewife, and so she went out and joined the mountain ride to try to tame a hippogriff, and that didn't work out. But she did kind of happen upon Leif, who she accidentally shot, and that led to marriage. And when neither of their tribes would accept them, they joined the Pathfinder Society so that they could keep adventuring, and they've been doing that ever since.
Hi, my name's Heather, and for Pathfinder Society Season 0, I am playing Evelina de Umbra, a true neutral female changeling unchained summoner. She was raised in a noble Chilaxian family, and when they found out she was a changeling, they tried to have her killed, and she was able to escape, and that's when her psychopomp Eidolon, Sariel, came to her, and he led her to a temple of Pharasma, where she learned about her new abilities as a summoner and worked in their library. She'd been there a few years when a group of Pathfinders came through looking for information on a case they were studying, and she was so enthralled by their stories that when they left, she decided to return to Absalom with them and join the Pathfinders. When she's not working with the Pathfinders, she has a day job in a library. And she also helps out at the Temple of Pharasma whenever she can.
Hi, my name is Rachel Schomer, and I play Eliza Moore. She is a neutral good female halfling life mystery oracle. My character was raised in Cantargo in the northern part of Chiliax, but not really part of Chiliax. She had aspirations of becoming a doctor, wanting to help the common people who can't afford all the fancy magical healing, plus the fact that she didn't have any fancy magical healing. Unfortunately, she had an incident where none of her normal remedies were helping, but that all changed. At her most desperate, she felt like a divine power wake up, and suddenly she was able to magically heal the man. Her magic, however, came at a cost. In order to continue using her magical healing, she herself has become lame and can't walk without the use of a cane. To her, this is a worthy sacrifice. Having spent years studying how to be a doctor, this new gift was something that she knew little to nothing about. So she decided to seek out the Pathfinders, having heard of their extensive libraries. Her goal is to figure out the mysteries of her new gifts and help as many people as she can along the way.
So that's our players and their characters. We'll be playing through the Society games in generally the order that they were released, although not exactly, as sometimes the levels may vary. We won't be using any of the faction rules, or any of the scenario, faction guides. We are using the Pathfinder Society rules for character creation, though, so 20 point buy, and giving you a general idea of what an actual Society game would be. If you've always been interested in Society and want to know what's about, or just interested in watching us play, then feel free to stay tuned for our first upcoming video, Pathfinder Society Season 0, Episode 1, Silent Tide.